Back one more time. Still at the final table. Yeah, I don't know if you guys... I don't think he missed much. This guy was saying he had ace-king on that last hand and he folded it, and I believe him, actually, how sick as that is. I believe that he folded that hand. I just think that's kind of a sick fold. Just... It's either sick that he was beat, or it was a really bad fold. I think it's more likely it was a bad fold. Ace King is just so strong right there. But, you know, maybe he made a brilliant laydown, and also kind of lets me know he's probably playing the ladder a little bit. He also could just be lying, so who knows? Can't take too much out of it. Slipped down to 5th position. I was in 1st when the final table started. I lost one big pot with 10s, and I haven't done a ton other than that. I got 3-bet once and folded, and picked the blinds on once, I believe, so haven't done a ton, but other than that one pot, I actually lost quite a bit in that 10s hand, though. But, you know, 5th, although it's not exactly where I want to be, I still feel like I'm totally in striking distance of taking this thing down. You know, one double up and I'm chip leader, you know. So this thing's not out of reach at all. Nice to pick up some good spots here. I mean, there's so much variance. I can't call this, unfortunately. Someone else I really hope does, because this is a spot I want to call so bad because it's silver chips, thank you. But I just can't defend against this with this weak of a hand. I mean, 30,000 is a lot of chips, or 24,000's, you know, 4th of my remaining stack pretty much. So I don't really want to put that in with 7-3, even with pretty good odds. Well, hit 2 pairs, so we're still going with 8, which I don't like, and I'm definitely not short, but I'm not in a huge chip position. Again, these are the spots I hate. If it's just blinds, I guess, is what I meant. I was thinking about what to do if it folded me, because that's the most likely situation I'm playing. Wow. Some action going on. I'm assuming a fold. You know, there's so much variance at the end of these tournaments that, you know, really what you gotta do is you gotta get to as many of them as you can, and, you know, just make the best, get in the best spots you can. But, you know, I'm going to get to this tournament, the final table of this tournament, so many times, and, you know, the cards are going to fall as they fall, and I'm going to get whatever place I'm going to get. I can help my case a little bit, but there's only so much I can really do. And I might raise in different circumstances. I really don't like these stacks behind me, because they're stacks that are kind of looking to shove on raises. Even this stack to an extent, although, I mean, he's where I am. But it's just, I feel like these guys are very likely to go over the top. Although, when I look at their stats, they don't go over the top very often. None of these 3 guys really do. So, maybe that's something I should try to exploit. The fact that these guys don't 3-bet very often. Probably should. But, again, their stacks are so perfect for going over the top that it's just a spot where I don't want to get involved in. Because I can't call, and these guys are kind of itching to do that kind of move. Other than that tens hand, nothing's really happened for me at this final table. I raised with ace, king, and eights, but never got to see a flop with either of them. And I have been blinding away fairly quickly, you know. I have about 15, 16 blinds, I guess. Which isn't a ton of blinds, you know. This is a stack that a lot of times I just open shove with rather than raise. So, I mean, that's why the variance is so high in these tournaments when you get down to the end, because nobody's got, one guy, you know, let's see, two guys have over 20 blinds. So, just gonna pick my spots. Unfortunately, these hands aren't good ones to pick, so I'm just gonna keep folding. I'm okay with that. It sucks because I really gotta accumulate some chips somewhere. I don't want to get eighth, but you know, I'm willing to if it means taking a shot at first. But these aren't spots I can really mess around with. Got an interesting dynamic getting created where everybody's kind of even in chips. And we got our 8th place finisher. Again, these aren't chips that, or pots that I really want to mess with, you know? Or hands that I really want to mess with. So I'm up to $280. You know, it's just not a lot of money for me. I mean, $280 is, it's not going to cover the buy-ins of my tournaments today by any means. So like right here, if it folds to me, I'm shoving. I don't want a hand like 4s coming over the top of me. Oh, this is not what I wanted. This guy's folded 13 out of 13 times to 3 bets. There's a lot of money in that pot. So I'm going to try to 3-bet this guy out of it. So it's playing to win. It's a very high variance play. But I think I'll get him to fold a lot of good hands. I'm protected against almost all pairs. Got my heart fluttering a little bit right there. A little nervous there, but I thought it was the right play, and so I made it. And again, I'm playing to win. I'm not playing for 7th place or 5th place, I guess. But on break, so I'll see you guys after break, and hopefully I can take down this final table. Back after the break, and still at this final table, obviously. Calm down a little bit after that ace-king hand. Again, that's an example of having to play to win, because I really thought it was the right play, and there were some chips I could pick up there, and some value I could pick up there, so I made the play. Plays burned me many times in the past, though, so, well, that guy's doing the same thing, except he's getting burned. There's the win, I guess. Oops. So an accident when filling out this stat or this note on this guy. Just got knocked out. No reason to mess around with these speculative type hands. I'm really trying to get something that I want to get stuff that's good that I'm willing to go with for the most part. I don't really want to have to raise full that badly. So, and we're all pretty even here. So, and these two guys have kind of taken a little bit of a lead, and this guy just, took out that other guy. So he hasn't had his chips for all that long, and could get another. Nah, too bad. It would be nice to get another knockout. But still at 6. I mean, knockout's like $100, so a guaranteed $100 is definitely nice. Even though first is really where all the money is at. So it's weird how these tournaments work. I know it's always kind of like that. But for some reason, luck, I feel like it's to a bit of an extreme. I don't know if that's true or not. It just definitely feels like it. Really, anything that's not second or better, second or first, I guess is kind of disappointing to get, really, because of the huge pay jumps. At break, I probably should have looked up all these guys on SharkScope. I didn't for some reason, and also too late, and I want to focus a little bit more than getting SharkScope information, so still, I got knocked out of this tournament a long time ago, and I wasn't even paying enough attention to notice. Again, embarrassing. Wow, okay, well, I'll go to full screen now. Sorry if you'd noticed that for a long time and I just wasn't doing anything about it. This is a hand I'm willing to go with. Hopefully you can catch the end of it and the video won't cut out. But it doesn't, unless someone calls it, doesn't look like he will. Well, I'm shoving with this. If he hit it, he hit it. But there's a lot of chips in there. Okay, well, this video's over. So, I'll see you guys on the next part of my Sunday grind.